Hey everybody, James Shepard here with another edition of the Merchant Sales Insight. This is, I think, edition number 22. So definitely head over to ccsalespro.com/insights to check it out. We've got all the different editions there. We've done a lot of cool stuff. This week, I want to talk to you about selling through the summer and really just how to grow your portfolio during the summer months. Now, I understand the reality of our industry, which is a fantastic industry that I celebrate. You know, we make all this money, we have this residual income, recurring income streams, so we can do whatever we want. You know, we can take time off in the summer, we can relax, and we're still going to make income. I'm actually leaving myself here in a couple of days to go on a week-long trip with my wife to celebrate our 15-year anniversary, so we're excited about that. And every summer, I take several weeks off, 1 week with my wife's family, 1 week with my family, totally unplug. Every week, I take 1 day off every single week during the summer to spend with my family. And so I celebrate that. I think that's great. But here's the thing. If you play your cards right, you can do all that and you can really grow your business and grow your portfolio, especially this summer, because of 3 trends that I want to talk to you about real quickly. But first, here's the way I look at it. To me, summer is a time of extreme focus. All right. What I mean by that is I'm extremely focused on my family for different weeks during the summer, for 1 day a week when we're not on vacation, right? I'm just all in with the family. But then I'm also extremely focused on work. So I have some weeks where I do what I call my reverse vacation, where all I do is work. And I have my other 4 days a week where I'm working, and I'm really, really focused on work and building the business and looking for unique opportunities that I can leverage to really see growth during the summer months. So let's talk about 3 key areas that you should be focused on this summer in particular, 2022, and why I believe you could have a huge summer and really grow your business, because these are time-sensitive opportunities. Now, I want to mention right at the outset here, before I get into these 3 reasons, that this episode, this edition was sponsored by North American Bank Card and Paytrace, the gateway that they just recently acquired. I asked them to sponsor this one because it just so happens they're doing a big promotion that starts probably the day you're watching this video on June 1st. They're doing a big June promotion, and they have their normal upfront bonuses and all their really cool profit true-ups and lifetime residuals and all of that. But they really have a pretty unique program right now that they're running that impacted these 3 areas that I wanted to talk about. So I was like, well, I reached out, asked them, hey, let's get together on this one. And so they're the sponsor. So I want to talk to you about these 3 things and kind of how it all ties together. Number 1 on my list is dual pricing. Now, again, I just released an edition that was like a 40-page document on dual pricing. So if you don't know what dual pricing is, or cash discount compliance and surcharging and kind of how all that works, definitely go to ccsalespro.com/insights and check out the edition I did on the case for dual pricing. But this is a really time-sensitive, unique opportunity, because as the market is shifting and as Visa is, nobody knows exactly what they're going to do, but it looks like they're going to be taking some action here over the next 90 days about what they consider non-compliant cash discounting, like non-cash adjustment programs or adding a fee to credit, or to credit and debit, that kind of thing. So as they take this action, it means there's a big change in this infrastructure, and now it's time for you to offer a compliant alternative. I recommend dual pricing. Our sponsor this week, North American Bank Card, has their program called Edge, okay? Edge is a perfect example of what I'm talking about with dual pricing. They back it up. It's, it's compliant, all of that. So I think that's a fantastic program. They have it across a bunch of different devices, different point of sale systems that offer it as well. So I really think that's a fantastic approach. But the idea here and the opportunity is, if you are kind of taking the summer off, well, when you get back, all your competitors, they will have already put together their dual pricing. Now you can't go after their accounts anymore because now they're compliant. By the way, they probably were going after your accounts. This is the time where you could spend some time this summer, walk into every business, look for that little sign, we all know what it looks like, that says non-cash adjustment or whatever. That's now like a legacy program. Now it's like, hey, let me upgrade you to a compliant alternative like North American Bank Card's Edge program. So go dual pricing. Again, whether you go NAB or somebody else, make sure you have dual pricing. Get out there and pitch it, and you're going to love this, because this is an opportunity for you to grab extremely profitable market share. Okay, so number 1, dual pricing. Number 2, integrated payments. Now, let me just warn you about a threat here, okay? I would say there's very rarely a week that goes by right now where I do not get contacted by a software company, a technology company, that wants to set payments up inside their system. So I get called, it's like, hey, we're a point of sale company, we target hair salons, and we want to hire you as a consultant to help us figure out how to get payments integrated into this, right? And how to set this up with dual pricing or cash discounting or surcharging or whatever. The opportunities in payments right now are too big to ignore. These companies, they can't ignore it. It's like they have to get a piece of this profit. It's just too valuable, so they are. Now, that's great, except that that's really bad for you if you're not working with these software companies, because now you leave for the summer. How many of your merchants that have that little standalone terminal, how many of them are going to leave you this summer? Because they're going to go to an actual software solution that does what they need. I'll guarantee you this, they're all going to be seeing Facebook ads. They're all going to be seeing, ads in industry magazines and publications they look at. They're going to be seeing dozens of ads for software of some kind that is specific for their business type, that does exactly what they've always wanted software to do. Because I'm telling you, these software companies are popping up every day. Well, this is the time, this summer, you could focus on going back to existing clients and going to new clients. Leverage all the work you've put in to build your reputation, right? And go back and say, look, what do you really need? And reposition yourself as a solutions provider. Because ultimately, even though a lot of your merchants, they may not switch this summer, they may not go to a software provider this summer, but they're going to be thinking about it. And when you can go in and position yourself as, hey, look, I know you think of me as the payments person, but I'm actually an expert at the point of sale and the software that is around that. So I want to help you with that. So if there's ever anything you need on the software side of things, or you're looking for a new point of sale system or anything like that, I can help you with that and get you great deals and talk you through that. Make sure they know that that's you. Position yourself this summer to secure your portfolio long term by making sure people know who you are, that you're not just the payment processing person, you're also the software expert. You're the person that's a solutions provider. So number one, dual pricing and the move away from kind of the legacy cash discount type programs. Number two, integrated payments, okay? Number three, B2B payments. Now, again, I mentioned it at the beginning, but this is sponsored by North American Bank Card. And again, why would I do that? Well, when I make these additions, I try to reach out to companies that I know and I trust, and I try to think of companies that have a good crossover with the topic. So if they don't pick the topic, I do. I knew this topic I wanted to do, and I'm like, what company can I talk to? I'm like, well, my goodness, North American Bank Card. They have the Edge program for the cash discounting alternative. They have a huge suite of integrated technology solutions that have dual pricing on them, so there's the integrated payments. And they just acquired PayTrace, which has been one of my favorite B2B gateways for a long time. I know the people there really, really well, love the company. And I thought, well, that's perfect. So they've also got this B2B thing. And not only that, but they just recently rolled out new bonus programs for B2B accounts. And I'm like, well, that's a good idea, because like these B2B accounts are so profitable and they have such a long-term, life cycle. I mean, they're going to be around for a long time. So they recognize that value. They're doing extra bonuses and profit true-ups on B2B accounts, in addition to, of course, competitive residuals and all that. So B2B accounts, just like summer, B2B is heating up. It's getting hot, okay? I've been talking about it for years, and so many of you have not sold your first B2B account yet. You are missing the boat. This is a $33 trillion, with a T, $33 trillion market. There are $33 trillion in business-to-business payments. Right now, Visa, I believe, has somewhere around $1 trillion of that. Okay, the MasterCard has a little bit less, etc., right? So this is like a huge untapped market, and a lot of that volume is going to start to be processed with cards, but you've got to have the right solutions where you can do interchange optimization, where you can offer the right software integrations, ERP, all of that. And so this summer could be a great time for you to start reaching out. You say, well, James, who are you talking about? Who are these B2B merchants? It's any merchant that processes payments with another business. Okay? Think about suppliers, wholesalers, equipment providers, event planners, things like that. That's B2B payments. This could be your opportunity to take advantage of that. Well, again, thank you so much for taking the opportunity to watch this short video. If you want to get the full version of this, just head over to ccsalespro.com/insights. Click on the episode there. We've got it as a podcast. You can listen to the entire text of the edition right there. We have this video, of course, there. And then also we have the text of, the PDF document that you can, of course, download as well. And you can read about this and get a little bit more context. But again, very important this summer. Take time with your family. Enjoy that time for sure. But also, take time to grow your business. All right? And remember our sponsor, North American Bank Card. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great day.